The main focus of research in economics, political science, and sociology these last few decades has been on the causes of populism and on the definitions of populism. But pretty much what we are worried about now is the consequences, because we know that populism is here with us in many countries, in many different forms. And in particular, what worries many observers in Europe is the prevalence of the type of populism that has taken the direction of identity politics, of illiberal reforms, and with potential consequences, mostly at the social level. But what I want to focus on is the economic consequences as well, because there are strong economic consequences in terms of the functioning of the state, the level, the quality of the bureaucracy, the replacement of experts with loyal bureaucrats of lower quality, and therefore this functioning of the state that is worsened by the incentives of populist politicians can itself create a new set of consequences, which I call vicious circles. Namely, the populist trends come from a lower trust given from the crisis, lower trust in bureaucratic institutions, media, political institutions in general. But once populists take office, they actually tend to further weaken the functioning of the state. Both trust and quality of governments can deteriorate further and therefore continue to support the demand for populism. And therefore the worry is that we will not be able to resolve the crisis of populism, as I call it, in the same way as it happened in the past. In the past, bad consequences led to the reduction of demand of populism. But this time it's difficult because the consequences have to do with reforms themselves. And reforms themselves are going in the direction of supporting both the demand and supply of populism, as I will illustrate. There are potential ways out, potential reasons to believe that maybe populism is not long-lasting, but in order to explain those possibilities, we will have to refer to the global nature of the challenges we face. Namely, climate change and COVID was an example, and even the Russian war. These are potentially global threats that no nation by itself can solve. And so this could weaken the quest for nationalism. And therefore, at the top, so to speak, of the European infrastructure, we could have a rebuilt faith in representative democracy if we go for a sort of greater political union, common defense, common policies, as for example, the Next Generation EU has created some hope. And so that we can regenerate the trust and hope that somehow populations have lost at the national level through a greater European involvement.